Great day, great day. You all come on in. It is now day 2. Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the 30-day identity shift challenge. I don't know about you guys, but I know you're ready because you have prompted me to say, Ruth, we haven't seen you in a moment, and we're needing to get a disruption while we're here at the halfway mark of the year. Get in here while you can because I'm not going to be in front of you very long. Your besties with you, because let's do this strategically. Put in the comments strategically because I am super excited. I have my notes and I need you to grab your pen and paper because we're about to go deep. This is day 2, everyone. If you missed day 1, do not feel that you have fallen behind. I already have it uploaded on YouTube. Go ahead and follow the link in the bio. But for today, I want you to stay centered. I want you to be able to stay with me to the end because there's going to be some action items that we're going to be taking. We're not taking this situation lightly. Identity shift, your conscious, your body, your mental, your spirit, all is in alignment with your wealth, with your health, your relationship, where you're going to be pivoting in your career and in your business. And for those who are coming in, you are coming in because this is the 30-day identity shift challenge. We're now in day 2. We just started. You haven't missed much at all. Go ahead and catch the replay. But for the meantime, grab a few of your friends. Go ahead and share and like. Let's go ahead and aggravate the algorithm by simply just showing up and being engaged. Engage, show comments. Put, I am here for week 1, Ruth. I am here to disrupt the pattern because I know what God is doing in my life. Although you may have felt stuck is what we were talking about stuck yesterday. We were talking about what is causing me to be stuck when I know I am coming from abundance, when I know I was born in righteousness, when I know I was filled with my cup overflowing. I didn't just wake up like this. I have a feeling in me. I have a gift in me. I have a talent in me. I know I have the ability to disrupt my bloodline, to disrupt this generational line that I came out of. Doesn't mean that you have to sustain what your ancestors did. They started, guess what? You finished. Let's go. Day 2 identity shift challenge. And for those who are coming in, yes, you are coming in the right place. We are still on week 1 on identity awareness. Put identity awareness in the comments because we're no longer taking low-hanging fruits. We're going to go ahead and seek high mountain fruits because we're no longer in our just enough season. I heard that when I was in a particular setting, and my, oh my, that disrupted something in me. Guess what? It's going to do the same for you, Mark. So the topic for today, here's a disclaimer. You're going to have a pen and paper. You're going to have some sort of note because I am very traditional. Scientifically speaking, when you allow the pen to be married to your notebook, it does something in you. It creates an electrifying way to connect with your goals, to connect with the future version of you. That's right. This is not all surface. We're going deep in. Put deep in the comments. I promise you in the next 72 hours, you're going to see a disruption. You're going to see your fruit bearing great harvest within 72 hours. That's right. But that the question you want to ask yourself is, are you going to take charge? Are you going to take command and position yourself? Because we're about to go to war. Yes, because we're going to go ahead and die from the old version, the old identity. You probably think like, Ruth, what in the heck are you talking about? You're in the right room because I'm going to help you shift and transform and become aware what's keeping you stuck. What is it that I need to become more aware of, Ruth? Who do I need to become in a very sensitive time that we are in? Am I in the right room? Am I showing up as my divine self, Timothy? Come on, somebody. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Because beautiful people, this is the time that we need to come in because welcome back. You are coming in on day 2. That's right. Day 2 of the 30-day identity shift challenge. Yesterday, let me tell you, we talked about the possibility that you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You know why you're not stuck? Because now you're becoming aware of the tools that I'm going to be sharing with you in the next few moments because you're just simply misaligned. Put misaligned in the comments. And trust me, the moment you identify and address where you seem to have fell short, what has been the gap within the last few months that's preventing you from getting to that pivot in your business, that pivot in your career, that pivot within your relationship. Come on, someone. Today we're aligned. We're going to go deeper. We're going to be aligning ourselves, centering and checking our posture. I'm checking my posture today. I'm checking to remind myself who I am in this season. I'm checking myself because I know greater lives in me. I am in abundance. I am wealth. Wealth is a magnet to me and my home. Come on, somebody. Listen, Candy, when you come into a position and become aware, you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, no longer am I living in lack. How can I live in lack when I come from a source that is beyond abundance, that is beyond prosperity, that is beyond unconditional love? So your identity, we're going to talk about it today because we're going to go deep. Put deep in the comments. It's time to go deep. Who's ready to go deep with me? Come on, somebody. Because today we're going to recognize we're misaligned. The next question becomes why? Why are you misaligned? Why are you out of track? Why have you fallen short? What is it that I need to do, Ruth, to get me back on track, to get me back into alignment, to get me back into the rhythm that I was trained to do, but simply forgot? Our body is one vessel. We only get one body. And I want to remind you today, even though it's not part of our topic, but it's going to be something I need you to remind you and put in your notes today. Your body is your GPS. Put my body is my GPS. We have three elements in our, well, not three elements. We have three very viable parts of our body: the brain, the heart, and our gut. When your mama said, trust your gut, trust your instinct, and you keep ignoring, how many of y'all been ignoring that instinct for years, for months? Today is the day you're going to put the brake off. You're going to move the brake off because your body is your GPS. Yes, you get one body. We don't know how valuable our body is when it comes to our identity shift, when it comes to identity awareness. Take care of this vessel. It is very valuable. It is an asset. Don't let anyone tell you anything differently. You are an asset. Say, I am a valuable asset. And we're going to train our body. Our body is already trained. It's training us to pay attention to it. So we're going to, when I say I'm going to train my body, I'm going to train my awareness, my identity, which equals what? You're conscious. So, and I believe one biggest reason as to why we feel misaligned or what must we do to get us back in alignment. You ready? Go ahead and grab your pen and paper. This is our second day, day two of our 30-day identity shift. I am so excited. I'm going to give me grace, Lord, because I'm going to allow myself to pace myself because I really want you to catch it. Say, I'm catching it, Ruth. Go ahead and tab and click and give the hearts. We're going to go ahead and we're going to aggravate the algorithm because I know this is not just for you, Candy. It's not just for you, Allie. Let's go ahead and allow thousands to come in like we did yesterday. Come on, somebody. So let's talk about it as we continue to allow the system to do what it does. But right now, I want you to pay close attention. I need you to zoom on in. I need you to zoom on in. All right, I'm going to have my notes here. We're going to go ahead and align some scriptures. We're going to go ahead and be centered because this is how we activate wealth. This is how we activate promotions consciously. But before we do that, we got to release the old habits. We have to release the old paradigm. We have to just release the old version of you. Quit trying to reminisce about that old version of self from yesterday, from last year, from 2015. He or she no longer exists. Say, behold, I am a new creature. Behold, old things has passed away. Behold, I am a new creature. You are a new being, meaning a new conscious. You have new habits. You're mature. Say, I'm mature. I have matured. I have matured. So here's what we're going to do. And I believe this is true. The identity that got you here, listen to this, may not be the identity that can carry you where God is taking you next. That's hard to hear. Let me know. Say, man, that's deep. That's deep. Because it's hard to hear because many of us are proud of the woman or man we've become. But can I tell you the truth? The man or woman that you became is not going to be the same person that's going to be able to carry the weight that's coming forth in your future. So what we're going to have to do, we got to go ahead and renew our identity, shift and transform our identity to become her, to become more and more like who you're looking to become. Is it that executive? Is it that leader in your household? And I'm not just talking about just any random leader. We're talking about leader with companionship, who knows how to carry both energies, femininity and masculinity. We're going to talk about that. We're going to need this in order to transform to bigger and better. Put bigger and better in the comments. And I need you all to stay with me to the end because we're going to have some assignments. We're going to activate what's been dormant in us because you already have the key. You already have the access. We're just needing to awaken it up. Put awaken in the comments. So here's what we're going to do. Yes, you might say we've worked hard. We've overcome obstacles. We've been through so many trials and tribulations. Yes, I agree with you. Listen, I've survived disappointments. We've learned. How many of you all survived disappointments? How many of you all have survived obstacles? They're part of our reality. I want you to get into this classroom because in this classroom, you're going to go ahead and advance in this subject. This is a subject that they did not teach you more likely when you were in school. So welcome back to school. You are now in identity shift school. And let me tell you, you're not going to come back the way you came in. Come on, someone. Let's go. So here's what we're going to talk about. You ready? Survival is a season. Survival is a season, not a permanent residence. It is not your permanent residency. Quit relying on low-hanging fruits. Quit relying on thinking that I need to go ahead and make this. When the father that I know says, many successful women and executives and leaders are unknowingly operating from a survival identity. I kid you not. And it breaks my heart and it grieves me. I too have been there. Can I get a witness? When you know you've been operating in survival mode for many, many moons, and you made a decision to say, today is the day I take back what the enemy stole from me. I take back my identity. I take back my gifts. I take back my talents. I take back my fortune. Who am I to think that I'm in lack? No. Because you're not weak. And it's not because at times you might feel weak. And it's not because at times you might feel like you're failing, but because survival became familiar to a lot of people. Can you agree? Survival, I want to break down survival. I'm going to sit here for a moment because the moment we recognize survival and the type of abilities that it carries, the type of actions that it carries, you're going to be like, whoa, that's me. You're talking about me, Ruth. I no longer want to be that identity anymore. That identity of survival mode cannot get me to advance in my next opportunity, will not get me to advance to vacation in Belize. That identity will not allow me the fruit of abundance or the cup of overflow if I continue to hold on to this survival identity. So here's what survival looks like or sound like. Are you ready? Write it down. Write it down. I have to do everything myself. Oh, I cannot stand when I hear people say, I'm single. I'm a single mom or I'm a single dad. I've been holding this torch down for years. No one's here to help me. I can't trust anyone. If I stop working, everything falls apart, Ruth. If I stop, or I must prove my value constantly at work, Ruth. I have to show up every day and above and beyond my job description. I get that, and I hear you, sis. I hear you, bro. You must prove yourself constantly. That sounds like survival mode. I have to earn rest. You have to earn rest. What does that sound like? That sounds like survival mode. But that stops today. And for that reason, that season is no longer in existence. And for a season, those beliefs may have helped you may have helped you go overcome certain situations temporarily through difficult circumstances. Temporarily, my friend. Yes. Put in the comments, number one. Add a number one in the comment if I'm speaking to you. If this is dropping the true knowledge and identifying, because you have to address the problem in order to come with the solution, in order to come with the combat. And you can't go to war if you don't know what you're going to war to, or what's coming against you. You can't be prepared for war if you don't know what the problem is. Survival mode is no longer part of your reality. Let's go ahead and you want some proof? I'm ready. I'm glad you asked. Let's go ahead and open up the good book. I'm going to be reading out of the KJV. Grab your book now, the Bible that is. We're going to read live on Matthew. This is so good. I love this scripture. Go to the New Testament. We're going to go to Matthew, and we're going to be reading out of Matthew 11:28 out of the KJV. That's the reading that we're going to be reading out of. Matthew 11:28. And it reads out loud. Let me know if you got there. I don't want to be too advanced because I'm not going to be in front of you very long, but go ahead and read. Put Matthew 11:28 in the comments. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Did you catch what I put out there? I'm going to read it here also in the NIV for those who need it to be broken down in layman terms. And that's okay. I'm with you. I got you. I'm going to read it out of the NIV because that's how much I love you. That's how much I care. It says, come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I love growing up as a daughter of a beautiful man, my father. And he was a reader. He loves to read. And he reads books that you probably wouldn't even want to read today. Encyclopedias, the thesaurus. He'll just sit there and pass time and read because I'm a first descendant of immigrants. So him and my mom made sure that we came here to the United States, born in Miami, Florida, raised in Little Haiti as a child. And he would read, and his voice was so poised. He would read to us. He would make sure that we were advanced in math. And I believe our God is a mathematician as well. But I need to upgrade my math skills because something's not mathing. Being in survival mode is not what the father, even my birth father, was not playing about math. He made sure we studied it as tendered Latin. He said, come unto me, those who weary and have heavy laden. Burden, that is. Burden. The word burden, look it up. Because a lot of you are probably feeling burden right now, or feeling survival mode right now. Look it up. I'm going to help you look it up. Because a lot of times we think that our life is some sort of stagnated, like it's telling us what to do. No, you create your reality. Whatsoever man thinketh, so is he in his heart. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what am I thinking about myself that's causing me to be out of an alignment, that's creating this survival mentality? I no longer see this as part of who I am. Therefore, I need to know, what do I need to do to deactivate it? What do I need to do to make sure it stays corpse? It no longer resuscitates. It no longer takes charge. Are you with me? Are you hearing what I'm putting out there? So burden, let's talk about it. Burden is to be heavily weighed down, oppressed, or troubled by a load, responsibility, or hardship. That all sounds like survival mode. That all sounds like survival mode. Survival do not align with your body. Your body get tense. Your shoulders are up to your ears. Your back hurts. Your neck feels like you need to wear a whiplash band in your head, in your neck, on your neck. Am I making this up? It can be described as a physical weight, or more commonly, a mental, emotional strain. Now that's huge. It's not just physical. Burden also impacts our mental, our psyche. We start imagining stuff. We start creating situations that don't even exist. Are you catching what I'm putting out there? Let's continue. Let me share something personal to you. There was a season in my life where I believed that if I worked harder, if I showed up harder, if I even gave and served as much as I could, because of my heart just was postured to give and pour onto others so heavy, everything would eventually come together. I built businesses. I coached clients. I applied for executive roles. I showed up. I stayed faithful. Does it sound like any of you all out there? And yet there were moments when I found myself exhausted. I felt relinquished. I felt tired. Can we be on? Is this a safe place? Can we make this a safe place? Because I'm not showing up to you guys as if I just woke up this way. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall feel no evil. Psalm 23, verse 4 or 5, I believe. David understood his assignment. He knew how to lay down in green pastures, but he also knew on the opposite side of that coin that I need to be prepared for the valley. But doesn't mean that you got to live in the valley with a mindset thinking that you have to survive. I have to be in survival mode in the valley. No, my friend. No, my friend. You don't have to be in survival mode. Your identity shifts today, because here's the truth. Back when I felt that I was pouring so much into others and keeping my cup empty, most cases, that it's not because I wasn't capable of filling up my cup, not because God wasn't moving. An identity that what I believe is that my worth was connected to performance. How many of you all can agree? Your efforts, your actions was connected to performance. That if I achieved enough, if I accomplished enough, then I would finally feel secure. Does that sound like you today, my friend? But God, watch this. But God began showing me something within me. Don't you love when you have a father who allows you to sit under his bosom like John did with Jesus? And everybody thought he was just too soft and too feminine. Stick with me, friend. I do believe that my identity was never supposed to be built on performance. My identity was always meant to be rooted in him. According to the word, it says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Seek him first. When I seek ye first, when I put the Father first, when I add him into my plan, the moment you start doing promotion, the moment you start seeking identity check, did you include the Father? Did you include the Holy Spirit? Did you include Christ? The problem is we're not allowing ourselves to be aligned with the divine in us. That's the problem. And once that revelation began to settle in my spirit, that wait a minute, I'm thinking about this the wrong way. I'm operating this ship, this body of mine, this vessel of mine as a captain of my ship. I thought I was the captain of my ship. And lo and behold, the Father is the captain of my ship. He's the manufacturer. He knows what he put in me. He knows what he crafted, an architect in me. So guess what? When I feel out of line, I need to consult my the engineer. Are you catching this? Let me know if you're catching this. I'm not getting any hearts. Tap with me. Let me know your heart is beating right along with my heart. And once this revelation settled in me, it settled into my spirit, everything started shifting. Not overnight, but steady every day, steady. I'm affirming to myself, activating wealth in my conscious, in my subconscious. Being able to activate is critical. So here's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to share a story about how one of my clients did this. I once worked with a woman who was, for example, was a senior leader in her organization. On paper, she looked incredibly successful. How many of you all look really nice on paper? You got all your, maybe you accomplished your degree, or maybe been working for 25 years, 10 years at a very sustainable company or organization. And that was the same for her. She was making 6-figure income, leadership responsibilities. She was carrying the weight of her team. She respected her team. She was respected by her team. You understand? Every time an opportunity for promotion came, she would hesitate. How many of you all hesitate? And you think in the back of your mind, ooh, if I get that promotion as a senior executive or senior VP, more money, more problem, or more people are going to start ringing my phone and asking for handouts and help outs. Come on, somebody. Am I alone here? Am I alone in this? Is she alone? She started overthinking. She'd tell herself, maybe I'm not ready for that promotion. Maybe I'm not ready to pivot. Is that you? Maybe I'm just not ready. Maybe someone else is more qualified. You start listening to the inner emotion and start thinking that your mind is going against you. Maybe next year, I'll go ahead and apply next year. I'll wait to the new year, new me, right? As we worked together, her and I, we discovered something. Her confidence wasn't the issue. No. Her identity was. Her identity. Many of you all were operating in an identity that's not even serving you. I'm going to help you catch it if you didn't catch that. Years earlier, she had experienced rejection in a previous role. That sticks to your body. I need something to stick to my body that's going to be serving me and not serving me. Your body holds memory. It holds grief. It holds rejection. It holds pain. And if you don't address it, it holds you hostage when it's time to pivot in your career, in your business, in your relationship. So without realizing it, she built an identity around being overlooked. That stood with her in her body. Remember what I told you earlier? Your body is your vessel. Your body is your GPS. I promise you, there was alertness that came on, but she just didn't know how to pay attention to her body at that moment. So even though she was succeeding, she was still viewing herself through an old wound. that was not serving her. The moment she recognized that, everything changed. I know this may not be the type of life that you were thinking of, because we got to get to the root of it. We have to remove the root. There's no garden that's going to bear good fruit if we don't check the root. Oh, that rhymed. That was a bar. That was a bar, friend. There is no good fruit coming out of that if we don't check the root. I'm being serious. You got to check the root in order, the soil that is. Before you got to open up and check the root. What's creating that fruit? Where did that fruit stem from? Where did that problem come from? We're too busy attacking the person and not the problem. The problem is your identity. The problem is shifting the identity that's operating in that person. The moment we check the root, that's right. The moment we see a transformation. So what's going to happen next to her? She's showing up differently now because she's identified the root. The root was being overlooked. How many of you all have felt overlooked? Have felt that you are not enough? Or though you felt enough, but you just think maybe next year. You kept pushing it back for another time frame. Maybe next month, maybe in Q4. And eventually, watch this. She stepped into the leadership opportunity she'd been praying for. The opportunity wasn't new. The identity was. You're going to start facing opportunities and it's going to become lightweight to you. It's lightweight because you shift your identity. You're going to now start identifying who is in your proximity because it's lightweight. You no longer can mesh with people that's not aligned with your new identity. Come on, somebody. Are you catching this? You have to be able to reconcile whatever the root is in your garden. Check your heart. Check your posture. Check your posture. The danger of carrying old labels, being overlooked. I'm not enough, Ruth. I don't have enough experience. I don't believe that I can be able to promote myself. When greatness lives in you, you have to address rejection. Why am I feeling rejected? Labels like many people these days are walking with a label. Rejection, unqualified, broken. Oh, I'm too old. Oh, I'm underqualified. It's too late for me to go back to school. It's too late. I'm in my 60s, 70s, 80s. Are you serious? We're having this conversation? I'm not enough. I'm always struggling. I'm always living paycheck to paycheck. My account stays at a negative every week. I owe the bank. That stops today. All those labels that we've been putting on ourselves stops right now. We no longer live in labeling ourselves. The longer we carry those labels, watch this, the more we begin making decisions from them. Can you hear what I'm putting out there? Can you hear what I'm putting out there? I need you to catch what I'm putting out there, beautiful people. But what if the labels are wrong? I need you to be able to identify that. A lot of people think the words that we say, we be thinking like, wow, Ruth, words do carry power. It sure does. Proverbs 18:21 says it best. Life and death is carried in the mouth of the tongue. The question you want to ask yourself is, which one do you carry? Do you carry life or do you carry death? And you will eat the fruit thereof. You will eat the fruit of your words. If I'm not enough, wait for not enough in your bank account. If I feel I'm overqualified or underqualified, wait for overqualified rejection letters from the recruiters. Because you're eating it. Look it up, Proverbs 18:21. That's what the word says. Life and death is carried in the mouth. But I want you to go with me here. Because what if the story you've been telling yourself is outdated? Your identity does not to be aligned with an outdated story. especially for the person that you're becoming in the now and beyond. You have to recognize, who are you becoming? Who do I need to become? That is the question. Put it in the comments. Who do I need to become? You should have kept scrolling. Listen, Isaiah 55 verse 8. Walk with me there, because I promise you this is good fruit. Put good fruit in the comments. I love me a good fruit platter. I love me a charcuterie board. I love with good seasoned, nicely placed, nicely cut, neatly cut. So the question you want to ask yourself is, what do I neatly need to cut out that's abandoning my identity, that's not making my identity shift into the person who I need to become? The wealthiness, the abundance, the prosperity version of Ruth, the prosperity version of John, the prosperity version of Kathy. Are you catching what I'm putting out there for? So let's go. Go with me to Isaiah. You read the whole chapter of Isaiah 55. You know why? Isaiah 55 carries superpower. The words in that scripture, and matter of fact, read it out loud to yourself. Read Isaiah 55, the whole chapter, out loud to yourself. It's going to blow your mind. I don't have enough time to do it now, but I'm going to read 55, 8 through 9. Go there with me. I'm going to read it out of the KJV. Isaiah. Let me know you're with me. Let me know you got there. Isaiah 55, verse 8. And it begins with this, and it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." Are you catching that? "As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So many of us are held captive and held in prison of our own thoughts. Lo and behold, your thoughts are not the same way as the Father's thoughts. So I want you to hold that and understand that, what do I need to shift in my identity? Starting now, you need to shift the way you think, the way you speak out loud to yourself. Start speaking the words of life. Start speaking the word of wealth and prosperity. Start shifting, even when you don't feel like it. Right before you get up in the morning, before you get off your feet, touch the ground, you need to be speaking and birthing life out of your audio. Your audio is a frequency. It's a vibration. Your body starts to activate. Your cells, your blood cells, your red cells, your white blood, your DNA and RNA start to rhythm. They have your nervous system, your organ, your cardiovascular. Can I go? Can we continue? Are you catching what I'm putting? The moment you open up your mouth, it's like electricity. When you start plugging your TV and turning it up, it begins to create a sound, and you start paying attention to it. Am I correct? The same with your voice. Your body starts paying attention to your mouth, to your words. And you wonder why your heart hurts, why your heart aches, because you said, "I'm a single woman, I'm a single man, and I carry all this, I'm not enough." You're telling your body that. Guess what? Your body says, "Well, she's telling us we're not enough. So let's go ahead and create more diseases. Let's go ahead and create more doubt. Let's go ahead and create more fear." Because your big mouth is going out of a rampant, is loose like diarrhea. We stop that today. We're no longer going to have a loose mouth. We're no longer going to speak. We're going to speak truth. We're going to speak life. We're going to speak breath of fresh wind, the Ruach wind. Are you with me? I got to go. I want you to do this. These are signs you've outgrown your current identity. I want you to grab your pen, because there are going to be some assignments. And I want you to do this, and I'm going to do it with you. I promise you. I'm not going to be hanging. And if you're just coming in and you missed the beginning part of it, I'm going to tell you right now. I love you guys. Hold on. I was just addressing the issue. I want you to write this, because this is the time that your identity is going to begin to shift, because you're now in awakening mood and you're now in awareness. You're now in awareness. You don't want to take this lightly, right? I want you to go ahead and put yes in the comment that a spiritual talk on wealth and identity is where you want to shift today. Put yes in the comment that yes, Ruth, I am here for that. Yes. I am summoning myself to be shifting because wealth is what I'm about. Put yes, I have to shift. So if you're wanting to shift and you feel like you have outgrown the identity that you're in right now, write this down. Write this down with me. Number one, what once satisfied you no longer does. What once satisfied you no longer does. Number two, you're feeling called higher, but can't explain why. You're feeling called higher, but can't explain why. Three, you're uncomfortable in spaces you once loved. If you were anything like me, like I told you, I was born and raised in Little Haiti, in Florida, right here in Miami, down south, Florida. If I go back there now, I'm not ever going to forget my roots. But you don't have to live and reside in the roots because your identity has already shifted. Are you catching what I'm putting out there? Number four, you're questioning old patterns and habits. You're questioning old patterns and habit. These are signs you've outgrown your current identity. Write these, once you write them down, it's going to shift. You're going to see the dynamic shifting in your identity. Last but not least, number five. Let me know. Put 5 in the comments. I need you to catch up, people, because this is the season that we're disrupting. We're not closing out the half of the year being the old version of us. We're removing that old identity for a purpose. We're walking in our wealth. We're walking in our abundance. We're walking in our promotion. We're walking in our increase. 5, you're sensing a deeper invitation from God. That discomfort isn't punishment, friend. It's not. It's often preparation. So the question you want to ask yourself is, am I ready to prepare for the bigger and better version of me? The version that you are in right now cannot sustain or help to be able to contain the capacity of opportunities that you're about to be prepared for as a leader. And don't be afraid. Sometimes we got to do the things that makes us uncomfortable. And writing this down is not, it may not be a walk in the park for you, friend, but this is the first time to do so. This 30-day identity shift, we're on day 2. If you missed day 1, it's already uploaded in my channel. Go ahead to the link in the bio and you will see it. I don't want you to miss out. Go ahead and subscribe and like and become part of this community. This community is about breaking old tides, breaking old habits, removing the roots. Because in order to grow a tree of good fruit, we got to check the root first. We got to check the root. And that's the old identity, that old pattern. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to understand today. You do not have to destroy the woman you've been. Honor her. She survived. I survived. Say, I will survive. She survived. She fought battles. She carried responsibilities. That old version of you, she did the best she could with what she knew. That old version of you, come on, Princess Lee, she did the best she could, but she is not the final version of you. There is another version of you, watch this, emerging. Put emerging in the comments, Princess Lee. You're emerging right now. You're emerging. One who leads with confidence. You don't lead with fear or with insecurity. One who trusts God deeply. I'm talking about shoulder to shoulder, side to side, skin to skin. That's right. One who moves from peace instead of pressure. You no longer move on pressure, Princess Lee. You no longer move on pressure. That is not part of your DNA. That's not part of who you are. That's this identity right here. It weighs heavy. It weighs heavy when you realize you no longer live on pressure. You live on peace. One who loves and knows who she is. When you know who you are, you set boundaries. You set self-care dates. You carry dates. You make sure your calendar is filled up with you first. You make sure that you prepare your nail care, your hair care, your child care, anything with care. Matter of fact, that's going to be part of your assignment. Anything that needs to be before care, self-care, hair care, child care, whatever. Mom care, if you care for an elderly relative, write this down as we wrap up and close. Go with me to 2 Corinthians 3:18. 2 Corinthians 3:18. This is so good. Is this good? Go ahead and put good in the comment. Because identity shifting is not for the weak in heart. It's for those who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, who's looking to take the mantle and run with it this time, because you're looking to what? Create generational wealth. I'm seeking to create generational wealth, Ruth. I'm no longer living as the old version of me. As of today, grace of God, I no longer want to look in the mirror and see the old version of Ruth. I'm already seeing the version of Ruth that lives in wealth. I'm already seeing the version of Ruth that lives in abundance, that lives in overflow. My cup stays overflowing. My cup stays overflowing because you no longer live in that old version of you. So 2 Corinthians 3:18 says, but we all are changed into the same image from glory to glory. But we all are changed into the same image from glory to glory. Who's with me? Put glory to glory in the comment, because that's what good means. That's what Thanksgiving means. Thanksgiving means glory to glory. In spite of what it looks like, I'm still going to give God glory. In spite of what it feels like in my body, I'm still going to bear good fruit and thanksgiving to the Most High. Glory to glory. That's what 2 Corinthians 3:18 is basically presenting. But we all are changed into the same image. We are all in the same image. So there's no reason for lack. There's no reason to feeling not enough. There's no reason to think that I'm not qualified. There's no reason for me to even imagine myself not getting that 6-7 figure client deal or a contract deal. Because notice the progression. Glory to glory, level to level, season to season. Identity is always evolving is where I'm getting at. And if you haven't seen yourself evolve, this is the time to emerge into this challenge. Stick with me to the end. Monday through Friday, we're going to be here 8 a.m. EST. If you missed it, no worries. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. Catch the replay. Replay it as you're driving to and from work, picking up the kids, or going into your Pilates class. This is something that you're going to want to embed, even go before you go to bed at night. Let it replay in the background. Here's your assignment for today. Because tonight I want you to create a timeline. Start with age 10. This is your homework assignment, the identity timeline exercise. Start with age 10. Who did you believe you were? I know what I believe I was at age 10, believe it or not. I was being underneath the tutelage of nuns. I went to a Catholic school at age 10. And I actually wanted to be, at that tender age, I wanted to be a cardiovascular surgeon. I wanted to be able, because in my family, in my bloodline, a lot of people had strokes and had heart attacks. And as a tender age at the time, it broke me in terms of being, I need to figure out a way to make the heart lives longer. I would go to the library and look at and pull out books on cardiovascular systems, learning about the heart, learning about the large vessels and the small vessels, the arteries, and how the blood flows and oxygen, all of that at age 10. So go back into your timeline tonight. Start with age 10. Who did you believe you were? Maybe you believed that you were, I don't know, you was already a provider at age 10 as a son when your mom was, your dad might have left, unfortunately. Whatever the case may be, it don't have to be negative. It could be positive. Whatever the case may be, but you need to go back and think of and create a timeline when you were age 20. Oh, I remember my age 20. What labels did you carry? We talked about the labels. Go back and hit the replay. What labels did you carry from the list that I shared with you at the age of 20? This is all about identity shifting. We cannot become who we're looking to become if we don't identify who we are today and what we was in yesterday. We got to break the pattern. We got to check the root in order to grow good fruit. Check the root in order to grow good fruit. Age 30. So we said 10, age 10, age 20, age 30. I gave you the questions. Age 30 is what beliefs shaped your decisions? What beliefs shaped your decisions? And last but not least, today's timeline. After you did age 10, age 20, and age 30, then you're going to mark today. Put today in the comments. Today. What identity are you currently operating from? This is good. And be honest with yourself. Be transparent. Be truthful. I'm speaking truth, Ruth. You're speaking truth. Say, I'm speaking truth. I'm speaking truth. Because then I want you to answer this question, and then we're going to close and wrap up. What part of my identity did God give me, and what parts were created by life experiences? Catch the difference. What parts of my identity did God give me, and what parts were created by life experiences, disappointments, fears, or other people's opinions? Really dig deep. I want y'all to stop walking in the surface. Think it not strange or awkward why things are just repeating itself. You keep going back into the same loop. You're repeating the same cycle because you're not addressing the issue. You're not addressing the root. We need to address the root in order to grow good fruit. So this is the day 2 declaration. I want you to say it out loud with me. Repeat this after me because we're going to close real good today. I release outdated versions of myself. I honor my journey. I honor my growth. I am not defined by past disappointments. No, ma'am, no, sir. I am not defined by old labels. I am not defined. I'm only defined. I trust God's vision for my future. I am becoming the woman He designed me to be. Is this good? Tap. Show me that. Do you say, this is good, good? This is good, good. Because I want you to disrupt this pattern. You no longer is living in Lola Bar. You no longer going to continue walking in this valley of shadows and not know how to operate in it. Because it's part of our reality. Can I be real with you? The shadows are not going to ever go nowhere. The valleys are not going anywhere. It's how you operate in the storm. Make sure you pack your bag, tie up your bootstraps, and get ready for war. That's all we're doing. Identity shift is just preparing you on who you're becoming. Who are you becoming in this season? I'm through. I'm done. Thank you all for joining me on day 2 of our 30-day identity shift. Subscribe and like if you feel worthy to. Because tomorrow we're going to be talking about something many high-achieving women experience but rarely discuss. Why high performers still feel empty. Yes, if that's you, you're going to be in the room tomorrow at 8 a.m. EST and then catch the replay. I will upload it today. Why high performance still feel empty? We're going to uncover the difference between achievement and fulfillment. Until then, spend time with today's homework assignment. Spend time today. We got 24 hours in a day. I just only took an hour of your time, if that, less than that. So until then, spend time with yourself. Do the assignment before we go into day 3. Give yourself permission to reflect. Go ahead and afford yourself a notebook. I'm very traditional. Go ahead and afford yourself a notebook. Get you a nice blue writable pen. And remember, the identity that got you here deserve gratitude. Don't knock her down. Don't knock him down. She deserved to still be loved. Address her. Address him. But it may not be the identity that carries you where God is taking you next. Always know this. Always know this. I love you, and you will always, always, always be loved and covered by the light in you. Until next time, friends, I want you to be able to know this and know this to be true, because it is good to know that the woman who survived the last season, your last season, deserves appreciation. I want to close out with that. But she doesn't deserve permanent residency. She no longer drives this vehicle. Your body, just like any type of animal, they shed old skin. You know, the caterpillar stays inside of her cocoon, and then the cocoon dissolves and it goes away, and she becomes that butterfly. The same as the old version of you. It goes away. Sometimes God is asking you to stop surviving and start becoming. The next level of your life doesn't require a better opportunity. It requires a deeper revelation of who you are in this season. And that's why we have this 30-day identity shift. Love you lots. Go ahead and we'll catch you next time. Until then, my friend, cheers.